Hello, BFFs. Welcome back to Diary of a Millennial ASMR. We are doing our first magazine look through today, and it is going to be soft spoken. I wanted to do soft spoken early on in my channel, and just because I know it's always so jarring if you've listened to someone whisper for so long and their soft-spoken voice is a little bit different, and we'll probably do some soft-spoken in the future, but mostly whispers. So I would love to know if you enjoyed the soft-spoken as well. Today's magazine is People from November 11th, 2013. The Royals' Big Day Baptism Album. Will and Kate's Delight. Prince George was relaxed and cheerful at his royal christening, October 23rd, 2013. I also loved this picture and I wanted to see, it says, engagement bling from Lauren LC from the Hills in Laguna Beach to Kim Kardashian. Compare carrots. And up here is Miranda Kerr and Orlando Bloom behind the split. The first ad page is Dolce & Gabbana light blue. They have both light blue eyes with this water behind them for Dolce & Gabbana's perfume. We salute you, Rick Shelton, JCPenney. The contents page with a few previews and continued. An ad for the city. Thank you, preferred card. This is the mailbag where people wrote in about the last featured magazine. Had Misha Barton. Looks like they also talked about Kris Jenner's split with Bruce. There's an ad for Maybelline, New York. Color Sensational Lip Color. 8 irresistible plums. 68 shades in all. People Premium for behind the scenes. Here's an ad for Pepperidge Farms Swirl Cinnamon Raisin bread. I used to love this bread as a kid, putting it in the toaster with a little bit of butter so it's nice and warm and crispy. Miley Cyrus, she's back in New York City. This glittery Marc Jacobs dress. Crosswalk photo op, New York City. While strolling the city streets with his French bulldog, Hugh Jackman stops to strike a pose for a local crossing guard. Presidential escort. President Barack Obama walks with his daughters and his wife from the White House to Sunday service at St. John's Church. Soon to be Mr. and Mrs. Las Vegas. After getting engaged to rapper Kanye West just days earlier on her 33rd birthday, Kim Kardashian continued to celebrate at Tao, Las Vegas, where she told people that their wedding will be whatever Kanye wants, adding that stepdad Bruce Jenner will walk her down the aisle. Hip Kid, Calabasas, California. Jessica Simpson and her daughter on their way to pick up Mexican food. Hold tight, Gold Coast City, Australia. Angelina Jolie and her son Knox. A fashionable pair. Selma Hayek goes shopping to Fred Siegel with 6-year-old daughter Valentina. Sideline squeeze. Another Calabasas, California. Singer Britney Spears grabs hold of son Sean at little brother Jaden James' soccer game. Surrey on safari. Cape Town, South Africa. In the town filming the drama The Giver, Katie Holmes enjoys a little adventure with daughter Surrey, 7 years old, going out on safari. No dampening her spirits. London. Natalie Portman dazzles in Dior. Lady Gaga's Euro trip. Here she is in Berlin. More Berlin, London, and London. The all-new 2014 Toyota Corolla. We turned up everything. Biker Girl, Sydney. 2 days after her 29th birthday, singer Katy Perry takes a break from promoting her upcoming album Prism to go bike riding in Centennial Park. Sunny Selena. In between stops on her Stars Dance tour, singer Selena takes a beach break in Miami. Blonde moment. Newly blonde Johnny Depp and girlfriend Amber Heard leave their dinner date in London. Newark, New Jersey. Jennifer Hudson debuts a short new hairdo at BET's Black Girls Rock. Ad for chapstick. Put your lips first. Give your lips an 8-hour VIP treatment. The Halloween scene. Guess who? Los Angeles, unrecognizable Fergie and Josh Duhamel channel Elvira and the Rocky Horror Picture Show's Riff Raff at pal Kate Hudson's star-studded bash. No Place Like Home, Whippany, New Jersey. Snooki and fiancé Gianni with their 14th-month-old son Lorenzo in the Wizard of Oz costumes. The band's back together. Beverly Hills, Cindy Crawford and Rand Gerber are Guns N' Roses bandmates / and Axl Rose. Spirited Ride, New York City. Liev Schreiber opts for an old school getup while out with son Sasha 6. An ad for Fancy Feast, Gravy Lovers, cute white fluffy cat with green eyes. Her favorite part of the meal comes down to one thing: gravy, gravy, and more gravy. It's called Gravy Lovers for a reason. The Queen Latifah Show. Watch America's #1 new talk show. 11/11/13. Here's the scoop. Orlando Bloom and Miranda Kerr splitting up. Back in January, as rumors swirled about her time apart from husband Orlando Bloom, model Miranda Kerr told people it took communication, honesty, and patience to make marriage work. Now Bloom, 36, and Miranda, 30, have run out of the last ingredient. On October 25th, the couple revealed they had separated after 3 years of marriage. This has been a long time coming, says the source close to the pair. They started out great. They were so in love, but they're so different. They realized it wasn't working anymore. While Kerr ranked as the second highest paid model by Forbes, traveled the globe, the more private. Bloom, who moved out of their New York City apartment 3 months ago, is on stage as Romeo to Condola Rashad's Juliet. As for gossip about their chemistry, we're friends, says Rashad. I have a boyfriend. The split was announced when Orlando was ready, says Kerr's grandmother Anne. They can get on with their lives, and they'll stay devoted to son Flynn, age 2. They both adore that little boy. Leading separate lives, Orlando Bloom on Broadway, and business as usual for Miranda Kerr. Next, Baby on the Way with Olivia Wilde, 29, and fiancé Jason Sudeikis, 38, expecting their first child together. They're very excited to welcome a new member into their family, a source close to them tells People. Hours before the happy news was announced on October 27th, the couple who got engaged in January beamed as the grocery shopped in West Hollywood. They were adorable, says an onlooker. She'd look back, catch him looking at her, and break into a smile. Reunited with Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom. Khloe, 29, and Lamar, 34, stepped out publicly together for the first time in nearly 5 months. Attending Kanye West's concert in LA alongside friends and her family, they seemed so happy to be out together, an onlooker tells People. Despite the cozy reunion, a source says the two aren't back together. The family is supporting the recovery, so they invited him. An ad for Visine, little eyeballs with little baby eyeball. Put tired, irritated eyes to bed once and for all. Ring-O-Meter. Scoop sizes up the dazzling diamonds of these recently engaged stars. We have bling to blingier to blingiest, starting up at Blingy. Before proposing to Conrad, 27, Lauren Conrad, law student William Tell, 33, asked her parents for permission. Lauren Conrad has a 1.5 carat diamond. Then we have Katie Couric. Couric, 56, tells people she was stunned when John Molnar, 50, popped the question beachside. She has 2 carats. Then we go to Kaylee Cuoco. Cuoco, 27, and tennis player Ryan Sweeting, 26, announced their engagement days after making their red carpet debut. She has a 2.5 carat ring. Then Hayden Panettiere. Panettiere, 24, helped design her ring with her fiancé, 37. Sierra, 15 carats. Sierra, 28, got an emerald-shaped surprise when rapper Future, 29, proposed during her birthday weekend. Kim Kardashian, 15 carats as well. Kanye West, 36, chose this sparkler from 3 custom rings he had made. Kardashian, 33. An ad for Hershey's. You make it special. Hershey's makes it delicious. Delicious looking chocolate brownies, frosting, and chocolate chips on top. Real or real? R-E-A-L or R-E-E-L? Boys and Their Toys edition. We have Tom Cruise with his motorcycle. Work or play? Guess if these stars are acting or out for a joyride. We have Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, this little car, Ben Affleck, Taylor Lautner on his bicycle, Gerard Butler on a bicycle, Penn Badgley on a skateboard, and Liam Hemsworth also on a skateboard. The answers are the real ones that are really out for a joyride are Ben Affleck, Gerard Butler, Liam Hemsworth, and Ryan Reynolds. The rest are for a movie. Ad fair. The People Pinboard. Celebrity news, photos, and trends that caught our eye this week. We have up here Rocket Man. After playing the scary villain Bane in Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy is switching gears to star in the biopic on Elton John, whose only crimes were against fashion. Down here, number 1 with a bullet. Tanker crews are using Britney Spears songs to ward off Somali pirates. Apparently, they were always more Christina Aguilera fans. In the middle, we have Mystic Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is 46, and her breakout movie, Mystic Pizza, is 25. Who knew the fountain of youth could be found in a can of tomato sauce? Oscar She Won. Murder, She Wrote is being revamped to star Octavia Spencer. If you invite her to your dinner party, make sure your guests are well insured. Big James. During the World Series, James Taylor starts the national anthem with "Oh Beautiful" before quickly correcting himself. Interesting. Passages. Married, country singer Ashley Monroe, 27, a member of Pistol Annies, said "I do" to Chicago White Sox pitcher John Danks, 28, at the Blackberry Farm in Tennessee. Blake Shelton officiated the wedding while his wife Miranda Lambert, Monroe's best friend and bandmate, served as the maid of honor and wedding planner. Christina Ricci, 33, weds James Herdegren, 31, October 26, New York City's Harold Pratt House and Peterson Hall. The couple met on the set of ABC Pan Am. There she is. Divorcing, Dina Eastwood, 48, and Clint Eastwood, 83, ending their 17-year marriage. Released, Conrad Murray, 60, the doctor convicted of involuntary manslaughter in the death of Michael Jackson, was released from the LA County Jail on October 28th after serving 2 years. Birth, Homeland's Marina, 34, and her husband, writer and director Austin, 42, welcomed son Julius on October 22nd in Glendale, California. Legal trouble. On October 28th, singer Chris Brown, 24, was released from the custody after he and his bodyguard, Christopher, 35, were arrested for their alleged involvement in an altercation with Isaac Adams Parker, 20, in Washington, D.C. Brown, who was denied any wrongdoing through his attorney, is currently in probation for assaulting Rihanna in 2009. Happy birthday, Emma Stone, November 6, 1988. Jenny McCarthy, November 1st, 1972. Matthew McConaughey, November 4th, 1969. Health woes. Fleetwood Mac co-founder and bassist John McVie, 67, diagnosed with cancer. Death. Marsha Wallace, who voiced Bart Simpson's teacher in The Simpsons after starring as sassy receptionist on The Bob Newhart Show, died in LA. She was 70. Penn State settles with 26 victims of Jerry Sandusky. On October 28, Penn State University announced that it has reached agreement with 26 victims of former assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky. An ad for L'Oreal Paris. New infallible 24-hour lip color. All day, all night, live your life in all-out color. The proof is in the mirror, says Beyonce. Radiance begins with Shea. Jerkins, Shea Butter. Movies. Dallas Buyers Club with Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto. Rated R. You'll laugh so hard you'll cry. Then you'll cry a little more. McConaughey gives the best and most committed performance of his career. The Counselor. The Counselor, a thriller, rated R. About Time. About Time with Rachel McAdams, rated R. 3 stars. Romantic comedy. Amy Poehler talks to people. The actress, 42, voices a turkey in the animated film Free Birds. Is it true you can show up in your pajamas when you're doing an animated film? Perhaps if you are one of those people who don't take animation seriously, but I take it very seriously, so I come in full hair and makeup. As a mom, I'm a connoisseur of these films. You appreciate them if they are halfway good because you have to watch them 10 times. You'll be hosting the Golden Globes again with Tina Fey. Just how close are you? Lately, we've been seeing each other a lot. Me, Tina, and Maya Rudolph. We do a lot of sharing photos of our kids. We're all moms now, and that's nice. We're also lucky in that our worlds collide all the time. What do you look for in a guy? A sense of humor, she says. I'm lucky because I hang out with the funniest people. What makes you laugh the most? Probably my sons, just because I love them so much. But I have some A-class peeps. I got the Avengers when it comes to comedy around me. What do you like to do when you're not working? I wish I could tell you. I go on runs and hikes, but I would be lying. Sleep. Just sleep. Sleep in any form. An ad for Campbell's. Make simply amazing weeknight dinners with Campbell's. Cooks in 15 minutes. Movies of my life. Evan Rachel Wood. My favorite movie to watch with my husband is Death Becomes Her. The movie that made me want to be an actress, The Miracle Worker. My first movie star crush, David Bowie in Labyrinth. A new mom with husband Jamie Bell. Wood 26 stars in A Case of You and Charlie Countryman. 50 Shades sexy new star. Actor Jamie Dornan, 31, will play Christian Grey in the movie of the steamy bestseller. He's used to bearing it all. He's used to bearing all. The 5'11" former model showed off his ripped torso in ads for the Calvin Klein, romanced Kirsten Dunst in 2006, Marie Antoinette, and appeared as the huntsman on ABC's Once Upon a Time before nabbing the 50 Shades role, replacing Charlie Hunnam as the mysterious billionaire who gets kinky with a student, Dakota Johnson. He's a dad-to-be, the Belfast-born Dornan, who once dated Keira Knightley, wed singer Amelia Warner, 31, earlier this year, and they're expecting their first child. Oscar runs in the family. His great-aunt, Greer Garson, won for Miss Miniver in 1942. He can be modest to a fault. I question why all of this happened to me, Dornan said in 2006. I don't see myself as particularly good-looking. Another pharmaceutical ad. Modern Family. I have a TV page here. ABC Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Modern Family. Comedy. 5 seasons in, Emmy-winning juggernaut should be sailing deep into shark-infested waters, poised for an almighty jump. The kids have gotten older, the sets have become familiar, and the actors have gotten much, much richer. And yet, In the defiance of egos, inertia, and historical precedent, Modern Family hasn't just remained funny, it's gotten even better. The rare series that debuted as beautifully set as holiday jello mold, it has built up its cast's chemistry and script that rate among television's most consistent. Michelle's picks. You gotta see this. The 47th CMA Awards with Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley that you have here. Vanderpump Rules. Silver-tongued Beverly Hills housewife Lisa Vanderpump returns as a den mother to her catty restaurant staff November 4th on Bravo. American Masters Jimi Hendrix. New interviews and footage shed light on the 60s guitar god on PBS. The new Mike and Molly. Just call it Molly. In hopes of capitalizing on star Melissa McCarthy's box office power, CBS has revamped this once sweet sitcom, returning for its 4th season on November 4th. Trouble is, the actress' brash persona in films like Bridesmaid and The Hearts and The Heat is too big for the small screen. A scene in which Molly knocks out a stranger's teeth in a bar fight plays as coarse, angry, and immature. Mike didn't fall in love with that Molly, and neither did we. A 2-star. The Tomorrow People. 1.5 stars for this one. As network formulas go, the CW has established a reliable one. Beautiful young things plus teen alienation plus supernatural powers plus slim fit leather jackets. It works again in the new series, in which a select number of good-looking humans have developed 3 powers: telepathy, teleportation, and telekinesis. Catching up with Full Circle's Kate Walsh. Your character, Trisha, is in denial about her husband cheating. Was it a difficult role to play? Yes, but mostly because this was my first project since private practice ended. I was so used to being Addison for so long. This was humbling. Got a favorite TV love triangle? I don't want to pat myself on the back, but we have a pretty good one on Grey's Anatomy, between McDreamy and Meredith and me. That was epic. When you're not working, what do you do for fun? I love hanging out with my pets and my boyfriend and his children, having family time. The older you get, you see that love is not just happiness or pleasure. It's a lot more complex. Has there ever been a gig you wish you'd gotten? When I was a struggling actress in New York, I really wanted to cocktail waitress at the Royalton Hotel. You've got to wear heels and mini skirts. When I didn't get it, I thought, oh my life is over. It's funny what you think is important. An ad for always clean, dry, fresh. Why go to bed with a pad that thinks you're standing up? An ad for Jell-O 2-page spread. A lot can go wrong during the holidays. This recipe won't. It's for Jell-O's 1-2-3 cherry poke cake. It is 2 cups of Cool Whip, 1 loaf of frozen pound cake, 1 package of Jell-O cherry flavored, 1/4 cup of cold water, 1 ounce of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and 1.5 cups cherry pie filling. Full-figured and fabulous. Dancing with the Stars, Amber Riley. Right before the performance, Dancing with the Stars, Amber Riley feels the same wave of emotion come over her. I'm almost hurling before I hear the music, says the Glee star 27. I got really bad stage fright before I do anything in front of people. It's not about the size for me, says Riley. I just want to do my absolute best and give this show my all. An ad for Air Optics contact lenses. Unlimited music from Google. Bring all your songs and we'll throw in millions more. Google Play. Chuck's playlist. Chuck Arnold's music top 10 fall faves. Number 1 is Pearl Jam, Lightning Bolt. Number 2, Janelle Monáe, The Electric Lady. Number 3, Justin Timberlake, The 2020 Experience. Number 4, Paul McCartney's New. Number 5, Elton John, The Diving Board. Number 6, The Long Way Down by Tom Odell. Number 7, Katy Perry, Prism. Number 8, Arctic Monkeys, A.M. Number 9, Alan Jackson. Number 10, Drake, Nothing Was the Same. Catching up with Celine Dion. It's been 6 years since your last English language album. Why so long? It's not like I've been on vacation for 6 years, she says. I haven't taken time off. I've been working really hard at my Caesar's Palace show in Las Vegas. I recorded a French album, and I had 2 babies, 3-year-old twins, Eddie and Nelson. You collaborated with people like Sia and Neo on your new album. My 12-year-old son, Renee Charles, couldn't believe they wrote me songs. He thinks they write for hot people like Rihanna, not for mommy. What do your kids listen to? Renee Charles is very into Eminem. The twins listen to Blue's Clues and The Wiggles. Will you ever judge a singing competition show? I'd love to. I think I would be tough. Maybe that's why it's better for me not to. As a mother, what do you think about the Miley Cyruses of the world today? It's difficult to watch what the kids today have to do to express themselves. It's not what they wear, it's what they don't wear. You started out young too. How does it feel to be this stage in your life and career? I could not be in a better place. I have 3 wonderful kids, my husband, and I don't have to do what I'm doing to prove myself. I do it because I want to. Chuck's CMA picks. Entertainer of the Year, Blake Shelton. Female Vocalist of the Year, Miranda Lambert. Male Vocalist of the Year, Luke Bryan. And Album of the Year, Casey Musgraves. A Christmas ad for Febreze. I'll never outgrow the excitement of looking out my window and seeing falling snow. Fill every room with the crisp scent of winter frost. $2.97 each for Febreze and $4.97 for the candle. Arcade Fire, 3.5 stars for the alt rock, and Lou Reed tribute, 1942 to 2013. A pharmaceutical ad. Books. Replacement by Amy Tan. 3 stars. The novel. A new novel from the best-selling author of The Joy Luck Club. Books. The Boy Detective by Roger Rosenblatt, a memoir, and Stitches, nonfiction by Anne Lamott. Read all about it in Scandal, a manual. Former New York gossip columnist George Rush and wife Joanna Malloy share tales of their A-list encounters. Brad Pitt once accused Rush of making me homeless by printing his address. With fans swarming, the star had to move out of his apartment. Jay-Z, when Malloy, who'd recently met the rapper at a party, printed a story about his involvement in alleged altercation, he called to deny it and asked, "How could you write that after our nice talk?" Princess Di. Malloy was trying to eavesdrop at an event when she tapped on my shoulder and said, "Could you please move your ear?" No one could spot a circling reporter like Di. Woody and Soon Yi. Rush and Malloy uncovered Alan's affair after a source told them the director and 19-year-old had been seen kissing. "I was conflicted," said Malloy, of reporting on Alan's affair with now-wife Soon Yi together in 2011. "I'm such a Woody Allen fan," she said. Nicholson, a biography by Mark Elliott. More books. Dylan with a Girlfriend, 1962. Just Folk. When newbie named Bob Dylan first performed at Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs, New York, the audience was so loud that an owner took the stage and ordered, "Listen to him, damn it." The legendary venue at America's oldest continuously operating folk music coffee house is celebrated in a new CD box set in Cafe Lena, an illustrated oral history. My Mother, Kate. Happiest days were at Cafe Lena. Rufus Wainwright. Rufus Wainwright. With her there in 1985. My kids are now starting to play Lena's, and it's not just me and a bunch of old geezers. Arlo Guthrie in 73. Homeward Bound. Alright, here's our cover story. Pride and Joy. He looks adorable with his hands in the air, says maternity nurse Sarah Dixon. The photo was taken in the morning room at Clarence's house immediately following the christening. 3 months old. Life with little Prince. Those cheeks, that smile. The newly christened heir delights his royal relatives and fans around the world as Will and Kate find their parenting feet. As any new parent knows, there's only one certainty when it comes to life with a baby. Things rarely go according to plan. So when the day arrived for 3-month-old Prince George to be christened into the Church of England, his mom and dad hoped for the best. Arriving at the chapel royal in St. James's Palace in London on October 23rd, Prince William shared that it was the first time his son had been quiet all day. "He's all ready," William told the small group of family, including his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, his father, Prince Charles, and his brother, Prince Harry. So far, so good. For the duration of the 35-minute ceremony, during which Archbishop of Canterbury splashed water from the River Jordan on George's head 3 times and instructed his parents to help their first newborn grow and flourish, George was fairly calm, no screaming, says a royal source. A day fit for a future king, with every detail overseen by Kate and Will. The christening went off with a hitch. Chapel Royal, after the Queen greeted with her grandson, the 35-minute service got underway. She's wearing a white dress with a white hat, flower and netting. The Queen wore blue with a blue hat. I don't think he had a moment at all. The prince was so docile that even his mother expressed her relief the next evening at a charity gala she attended at Kensington Place, while a fast-asleep George remained in his dad's care for a few hours. He was such a good boy, Princess Kate, in a V-neck dress by Jenny Pickham, told guests at the event sponsored by 100 women in hedge funds, which supports various charities. We're very lucky he's not always like that. Clarence House, Pippa, above in the left, attended the reception where guests enjoyed tier of Will and Kate's wedding cake above. Still having rounded the 100-day milestone after his arrival on July 22nd, the chubby-cheeked prince is already proving himself a natural, hitting his royal marks. Making his first public appearance since William and Kate, both 31, carried him out of St. Mary's Hospital on July 23rd, George gurgled happily for a service of historic christened day portraits, even striking a sweet smile while gazing up at his adoring mom. If the newest heir to the throne isn't always quite so easygoing, his grandma, Karen Middleton, did say that he has a nice pair of bellows on him, a good set of lungs. Middleton family friend Martin Fiddler tells people he had no trouble charming the millions of fans around the world, who delighted in everything from his hand-sewn lace christening gown to his family's obvious joy. Attending the October 24th gala, Kate said he is a wonderful baby and they are having a lot of fun with him, says Mimi Drake of 100 Women in Hedge Funds. She was as excited about Prince George as any new mom would be. With the young family's first major milestone behind them, William and Kate can focus on finding their way as new parents and enjoying their son's emerging personality. Having survived the 4th trimester, lots of crying, little sleep, they are now entering the happy baby stage as they settle into their new home in Kensington Place. Since moving to the newly renovated 20-plus room apartment 1A in early October, Kate has continued to rely on help from both nanny Jessie Webb and housekeeper Antonella Frissolone. The recently renovated upstairs nursery will be the centerpiece of life, says former royal bodyguard. Who does he look like? Who does Prince George look like? A picture of Prince William and a picture of Kate Middleton as a baby. And the godparents, you have the royal cuz, the family friend, the posh mom, the college chum, the inside man, the Diana link, and the millennial. Rich and delicious, dark chocolate without a dark side. Dove. Here you have a portrait of the royal family. In the back here you have portraits. 1945 oil by Frederick Whiting of Princess Elizabeth and Margaret, and below a 1930 portrait of King George V and his racing manager, a 1950 portrait of playwright George Bernard Shaw. The bust, the bronze of young Princess Elizabeth, was made by William Lamb in 1933. Here we have Prince Philip. Here we have Prince Philip when he is 92, and the Queen. Prince George and Princess Kate. Prince William. The sofa was designed by Thomas Chippendale from about 1773. It is thought to have been commissioned by George III's brother. And the Middletons over here, the in-laws, Carol and Michael, along with their children, Pippa and James, over here, and Prince Harry and Prince Charles and Camilla. More portraits with Prince William, Prince George, Prince Philip, and the Queen. Line of succession. This portrait is the first of a monarch and 3 living heirs since one of Victoria in 1894. A little picture down here, August 4th, 1982. After use, the gown was hand-washed, folded in tissue paper, and stored in a palace drawer with Charles and Diana. And this is Harry, the spare to Will's heir, with Mom Diana. An ad for Pampers. Wrap your newborn in comfort and protection so all she feels is love. A princess for George. A throne can be a lonely place without the right Mrs. by your side. No time like the present to start considering candidates. We'll start up here at the fashionista, Harper Beckham, 2-year-old daughter of David and Victoria Beckham. The Kim Ye girl, Northwest. Her Kardashian aunts already expect princess treatment, but if she were to become the real thing, imagine Grandma Chris sipping tea with Camilla, Kim and Kanye's girl. The family friend, Iona Focal, 2-year-old, with dad Ben. Her mom and former party planner Mariana, 35, is part of Kate's posh mom inner circle. The commoner, Sienna Hughes. Mom Amy Brady posted a photo on Facebook which went viral. She is free to marry whoever she chooses, but it would be nice if she married a prince. The one on the way says Monaco Charlotte, fiance, glad to have a baby girl later this year. And the royal, Estelle of Sweden, second in line to the Swedish throne, 21-year-old cutie. Her mother, Princess Victoria, 36, married her former personal trainer. An ad for Dove. Doesn't your skin deserve better? Kate's amazing post-baby body. Beyond good genes and natural athleticism, Kate reportedly has been doing yoga. It's very much to do with strengthening the core. Maternity nurse said she didn't let things go during her pregnancy. Back in action, exposing her enviable abs at charity volleyball event and London gala. It's very healthy young woman. Ad for Quaker Oats, real fruit, real nuts, real multigrains, real delicious. Second look. If you can see the difference in these two pictures, let's see. What are the differences that you can see? We have Michelle William, 33, walking hand in hand with her Halloween-ready daughter, Matilda. Campbell's home-style soups. You love chicken noodle soup. You love homemade chicken noodle soup, especially when someone else makes it. We have a crossword puzzle. Looks like we have Usher here. Why stop? We have plenty of gas. Stop for the Milky Way. An ad from Mucinex. John Benet Ramsey case, a new revelation. Grand jury in 1999 believed Patsy and John Ramsey were involved in their 6-year-old daughter's murder. Jonas Brothers split. It's over for now. After a tough but honest heart-to-heart with siblings decide to give up their band to save their relationship. It was a unanimous decision, says Joe. On October 9th, the Jonas Brothers shocked fans when they announced they're calling their upcoming tour due to a deep rift within the band. Before that moment, there had never been any sign of strife between these close-knit siblings who were teens when they became superstars. Now, in an exclusive interview, Nick, 21, Joe, 24, and Kevin, 25, open up about their decision to call it quits. It's over for now, says Kevin. We're choosing our family over the band. What happened? You were just about to go on tour and release your first album in nearly 4 years. Nick said, about a month or two before the tour, I had concerns about the group, which I never really had an opportunity to address. I was feeling kind of trapped, and I needed to share my heart with my brothers. Joe said, it was the toughest thing I'd heard in years. At first I couldn't speak. It was explosive. But when broken down, we all felt the same way. Kevin, when we got past the shock, we could see we were becoming something we couldn't progress in. Speaking honestly, I was focusing on the business side of things and the life I was setting up. I wasn't contributing to the music the way I should have. Joe, it was as if we became characters. It's not authentic to us anymore. We didn't even know the password to our own Twitter. Kevin found the password and deleted it. Almost therapeutic. Nick. There were also creative differences. Those issues built up over time. Kevin. It affected our relationships, not just as a band, but as friends and brothers. Joe. Things that were dysfunctional in the band weren't healthy as a family. Some reports suggested Joe had a drug problem. Joe. We don't say anything for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm being called a drug addict? It's obviously not true. It's hilarious but frustrating as well. It's so dumb. Others blame the women in their lives, including Kevin's wife Danielle. Kevin, it had nothing to do with them. Nick, this is about the bandmates and the brother. Joe, not Yoko Ono's. So what's next? Kevin, I'm getting ready to be a father. Joe, acting and music are neck and neck right now. We're all genuinely thrilled about the next phase. Nick, we understand their disappointment, but hopefully one of the things they loved about us is that we're family first. That's the priority. Taylor Kinney, Sexy Man of the Week, 32, from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, actor. Country Crock makes your one dish wonder taste more wonderful than ever. Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroeger, a rocking romance. The first couple of Canadian music open up about falling in love, their baby plans, and some surprising rules for making a rock and roll marriage work. Avril Lavigne is in uncharted waters. I've never done anything like this before, says Lavigne, 29, tucking her legs underneath her as she prepares to dish on being a newlywed. I've always been very private with my relationships, but I'm comfortable at this stage in my life, and in this particular relationship. Cue her husband of 4 months, Nickelback frontman Chad Kroeger, 38. Too comfortable, he jokes, putting his head on her lap. Their easy, well-worn rapport may seem surprising. And a picture of them laying in bed, this beautiful ring on her finger. Married life is good, says Lavigne in New York City, and that honeymoon period, till the day we die, says Kroeger. A month and 6 days after they started dating, Kroeger proposed with a 14-carat diamond ring. And 11 months later, on July 1st, they wed at a castle on the French Riviera. It's the first marriage for Kroeger and the second for Lavigne. When the Canadian singers first met in February 2012 to co-write a song on her new self-titled album, it was like we'd known each other forever, Lavigne says. When he had to leave, I was so sad. I called him up and was like, "Can you come back to LA?" He was like, "Hell yeah." Though the couple initially kept their relationship under wraps, those around them could tell that wasn't going on because all the songs were called This Must Be Love and My Little Secret, says Kroeger. Our writing partner must have been like, "You guys are making me sick." Her album's latest single is their duet, Let Me Go. Beaming at the memory of their early courtship, Lavigne gushes, "I can't wait to tell our kids about it someday." In fact, while rumors that Lavigne is expecting are untrue, parenthood is definitely on their agenda. We both want kids, Kroeger says. We just need to find time. We're both at home to get around to it. That part won't be easy. Either I'm traveling or he's traveling, so anytime we have a chance to be at home together in Ontario, we're just so happy. With this crazy lifestyle, you relish the time you can be quiet. Adds Kroeger, I crave the time I can just snuggle up with her and watch a movie. Not to mention enjoy the multi-course meals she whips up. I've never had anything of hers that wasn't restaurant worthy, he says proudly. This girl can cook. But when their careers keep them apart, like this winter, when they will be touring separately, how do they deal with the distance? We don't go more than 2 weeks without seeing each other, Lavigne says, and we don't drink when we're apart, Kroeger adds. They also don't go to nightclubs without one another. We don't want to go anywhere that's asking for trouble, he explains. It sucks, Lavigne says with a laugh. But when you've got something special, you can't be careless with it, adds Kroeger, gazing at his wife. This is something we want to cherish and protect. Picture with the two of them on a couch, and a quote that says, true happiness is when we're together and at home, from Chad Kroeger. Gothic wedding, I want it to be rock and roll, says Lavigne. The festivities, which lasted for 3 days, included a black cake, black gown, no curfew, and fireworks. Pharmaceutical ad. People a recipe for Army Hammer's favorite brownies. The star's wife, Elizabeth Janer, owner of San Antonio's Bird Bakery, shares her husband's go-to treat, delicious brownies. Ad for Burt's Beans, world famous, adored for years, 100% natural. Ad for Rice Krispies, and then more recipes. Quinoa with squash, peppers, and figs, and Rice Krispie treat recipe. Luca Manfi's sauteed veggies with parsley, garlic, pesto. CMA 47th Award. The Dog of 1,000 Words, a new book written by her owner, Hey, She's Just a Dog, explains Chaser's big vocabulary. We have about 12 different games that we play with her to keep her interested in what we are trying to teach. Tips to teach your dog. Start young. Verbs first, then nouns. Engagement. Lay off the treats. Be patient. And no bad dogs. An ad for Poehler Dog Chow. Best looks of the week. We have Jessica Perret, Natalie Portman, Taylor Schilling, Jessica Alba, and Michelle Williams. Of the week, Kate Upton. Her hair. It's got the volumizing on top and smoky eyes with light lips. Pantene ad with Zoe Deschanel. On the road with Pink. Pink and her family. Flying high, doing harness in her show. Group love, overwhelmed with the love and positivity. Backstage, we all get together and have a little prayer. Pink and her daughter. '43. And an ad for Nautica with their sweaters. The back is finger is the password. Well, I hope you all had fun going through this. I certainly learned a lot and so many things. Mostly relationships have changed. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, BFFs.